Hey guys, it's Vian here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hello and welcome. So I'm going to be starting like a top 5 series on my channel, and they're going to be just throughout my collection, whatever is my most favorite, like the top 5. It's very hard for me to choose, but just, you know, the top 5 items of each category is like eyeshadows, lipsticks, blushes, highlighters, and such. I'm going to pick out my top 5 favorites and going to share them with you guys. And then I'll eventually get to like my collection where you know, everything that I have. And today I'm doing my top 5 eyeshadow palettes, as you can see in the title. And I did this video earlier, and somehow from it being transferred to from the memory card to my phone where I edit, it disappeared. Like it went somewhere. I don't know. I did not delete it, but it just disappeared. So I have to redo it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and start again. And so after doing that video, I noticed that most of my palettes here are gonna be my warm tones. They're all warm tones. I like warm tone shadows. So if that's not for you, then if you don't like warm tones, then you know not to get these palettes that I am favoriting today. Okay, so first off, I'm not going to go in any particular order. They're all my favorites, are all equally the same. So the first one I want to mention is this right here. This is everyone's favorite for a good reason. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I just totally ate up that word, but that's okay. This is what the palette looks like, minus this color right here. My color broke, the real guard color, like the orange color, it shattered. And so I replaced it with another color that I use a lot, and this is like a Urban Decay color that I threw in here. But I do use this a lot, and it didn't have like this kind of pinkish tone in this palette, and so I thought this would go with the palette, so that's why I put it in there. All these colors in here are, most of them are matte colors, and there's a couple that are satin colors, like this right here, Primavera and Vermeer are two kind of like shimmery shades right there. You can see that it swatches pretty well. And then I also really like this kind of Born Fresco color right here. And I'm sorry if you can hear the kids in the background. They're waiting for me to go somewhere. So there's that color right there. The only thing about this palette that I wish was different is that one of these two colors right here, this kind of burgundy color, I wish one of them was a shimmer or like a metallic some sort, so that it can make your eye look pop. I didn't have that color here in this palette to like kind of have like a burgundy color that kind of pops. That's what I wanted in this palette, but I didn't have it. So maybe I should have replaced that other color with something like that, but I don't have any. So anyways, I do really like this palette. It is very warm tone. You can do a lot of different looks with it. You've got your neutrals over here, and then you've got your burgundy color, and then the brown color. There is no black color in this palette though. That is another downside to this palette, is that you can't really do like a deep dark smoky eye, like a black smoky eye. You can do, you know, the dark brown and the dark burgundy color, but that's it. But I do still love this palette. It's very pigmented. The colors don't kick up any powder at all, unlike some of my other favorite palettes. And yeah, I just really like this palette. If you guys want to see an in-depth review, I will do one for you. Let me know. And another favorite, this is one of my all-time favorite, is the Tartelette in Bloom by Tarte. And I love their little packaging. It has, you know, really nice color, very pretty eye candy, and the gold in the back. I just really like that. It's very sleek and it's easy to clean off. Whereas this, you can't really clean it, and then it also kind of not very sturdy. It ripped already. My palette kind of ripped already from it being used all the time. But this is very sturdy and is small. I take this to travel all the time. Every time I travel, I tend to always go for this one. And here are the colors right here. It is a very neutral palette, but then it has the shimmers in it. It has very good quality. I think only a couple of their shadows have good quality. I don't like any of the like holiday palettes and stuff like that, but this one and the next palette that I'm going to talk about is a very good quality from Tarte. and this is a very, very neutral color, and it has a kind of like a grayish brown right here, and then a darker brown, a bunch of neutral colors, and then just 2 shimmer shades, oh maybe 3, Rocker, Firecracker, and Fire Girl. So those 2 right there and that one. And let me give you guys a couple of swatches for those. And this color right here, when you touch it, it feels like buttery smooth. So there are the swatches for those right there. And let's do a couple of matte colors. So I'm going to do this color, this one, and let's try this one. Right, so here we go. Right there, so you can see that even the matte colors came out pretty pigmented. And the next palette I want to mention is this right here, and it is the Tarte Pro. I know there's a lot of controversy going on about this palette. There's a lot of hates and loves about this palette on YouTube, but I'm so glad that I decided to get it, you know, after all. I really don't care for all the drama and the controversy and all the popular YouTubers, and so this palette, it worked for me. I really, really like the color. You can see the packaging. I don't like the material up here. It's kind of like a dark matte chalkboard material, kind of like it's a very fingerprint magnet. They should have just stick with the gold and the, you know, like the other palette. But anyway, so here is the palette on the inside, and you have 16 matte colors, and then you have 4, they call it kind of like a duochrome, but only this color right here is duochrome. The rest of them is kind of like just a shimmer. See that? You can see that right there. The rest of the colors are very just, I want to say they're just kind of like shimmers. They're not duochrome or anything like that, I don't think. But I do love that they have the colors laid out right here, so you can go across this way to get a look, and then you can go that way to get a look. I've done that, and then you can also do like a quad right here, this quad right here. Very, very versatile. You can get many, many looks with this palette, and the colors are very, very pigmented to me. See that? It's just a light swatch, and let's see, this purple color right here, right there, see how pigmented that is? So I don't know, some people said that their palette wasn't pigmented, but mine is absolutely great. I mean, it's easy to blend, it's pigmented, and I love all the different colors on there, and then also the matte colors, because I tend to use a lot of matte colors these days. I don't use a lot of shimmers, although I do like the glow and the shimmers and stuff like that, but I just can't have it all shimmer on my eyes. And the next palette is kind of a, I don't know if I didn't know if I wanted to include it in here, but then because it's a limited edition, but I did find the alternative to it, and so I wanted to mention it anyways because I love the palette so much, and it is the Lorac Mega Pro 3. You can get the original on eBay now for like a ridiculous price. They no longer sell it, but I got my hands, this right here is actually the one from AliExpress, and I totally recommend it because it is the exact same thing to the original. I did a video of the comparison of the two. I'll link it down below for you guys if you guys haven't seen that already. But this palette is amazing, and the original is amazing, so either one you get, I think you would be happy with. The colors in here, I really don't like the packaging though. It's white and it can get dirty really, really easy. Like the back of it, of my palette is already dirty. But here is the palette right here, and you get 16 matte colors and 16 shimmer colors, and the colors are so pigmented. Even this AliExpress version of it right here, and there's a swatch. There's a swatch. Those are matte colors, you guys. How crazy pigmented is that? And this right here, let's try a couple of the shimmers. Do you see that? I won't go into too much detail on this because I already have a video of it, you know, doing comparisons and swatches right next to the original, so you guys can go check that out for more review, for more details. But I absolutely love this palette. I think I love this palette more than the original. I have all 3 of the Mega Pros, and I think I love this the most out of all of them. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. And then another one of my really old favorite is this right here, and is the Lorac Pro palette. And if you notice, I didn't include any of my naked palettes in here, although I do love them. They just don't compare to these, because when I picked this up, I had just gotten my Naked 2 palette, and I just decided that it was too much shimmer in those palettes and I needed something matte, so that's why I went with this one, and I have never gone back since. I mean, as a collector, I do have all of the other Naked palettes, but I still do reach for this so much. You can see I've hit paint, I've put dents on this palette right here. And this one you get 8 matte shadows and then 8 shimmer shadows in here, and it's very neutral, but then it also has like this really cool black color that kind of like has a kind of like a purple sheen to it. It reminds me of one of the color from MAC, and I can't remember of the color right now on the top of my head because it's been so long since I've used MAC. But I do love all of this color. They're so pigmented, they're buttery. They do kick up a little bit when you put your brush in, but I don't mind that at all. You just have to tap it off. And they blend like a dream. You know, you got your whites right here, your neutrals, this really beautiful gold color, some light brown, a dark brown, which I used these for my eyebrow before, and it lasts all day as well. And then you've got this really, really black color right here, and black matte color right here, and it is like the mattest, not the mattest, the blackest black I've owned out of all my collection. I think I haven't really kind of sit down and compare all of them, but I think this is the darkest, blackest black that I have. So I definitely would recommend this one if you are just starting out, or if you're looking for a palette and you don't know which one to go for next and you don't own this yet. I definitely would recommend this. And yeah, so those are all my top 5, my most favorite that I reach for the most. There are tons of other ones that I have that I can't mention because they're not, you know, up there. But I do have a lot of other ones that I do really like. And if you guys want to see like an eyeshadow collection video, or like my makeup collection video updated, I've done a collection video like 5 years ago. That's so long ago. So if you guys want to see an updated one, just leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to do it for you. And that is all that I have. So thank you so much for putting your time out and watching my video. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk with you guys in my next one. Bye guys.